I don't know how much I can tell you. I haven't been involved in the business since Isabel was born. Vic ran it himself after my father retired. This is my brother, Frank.
Are you with the business too?
No, the family joke is that I'm allergic to gold dust. You know what, Big Shorty? I don't think they need us here. Why don't we make like a tree and leave?
So, my friend and I were wondering if we could have the honor of buying you ladies a drink?
Sure. 2 Michelangelo vodkas. It's the best.
Excuse us, fellas.
Hey, do you mind?
We're working here. It's called guerrilla marketing.
We know. We were at the office. They told us the boss would be here with the crew, hustling Michelangelo vodka.
Where is he?
Over there.
Buy him a drink. Remember, Michelangelo.
Frank Beasley.
Hey, you guys want a drink?
Your golly marketing.
Yeah, brand promotion. Best way to influence young tastemakers, one-on-one.
But we heard you were looking for a different gig.
Your father told us you wanted back into the family business.
Where you can make a lot more money than reaching young tastemakers one-on-one.
You guys want something?
We've been looking at the records from Madison and Beasley, Frank. Some money was sent to you from the company.
I get a share from Family Trust.
And then you sent that money to a company that runs an escort service?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your brother-in-law, he did. He was snooping around the escort service. Now, how would your father have reacted had Victor mentioned it?
There's nothing to mention.
Or maybe Victor wasn't too happy about you joining him in the business, and he found a way to keep you out.
I don't know anything about prostitution. You guys keep this up, you're looking at a major lawsuit. Now I'm working.
Sorry I'm late. You should have told us this yesterday. This is a $5,000 client.
Is that Angela? Is she flaking out again?
I think she's on drugs.
And what's your problem? Aren't you supposed to be out on a date?
Some of us have lives besides servicing paper goods salesmen.
Well, put them on hold. We're bleeding money here.
Tough business. Who knew?
We got what we need. We're going in.
Tell her we can reschedule her 3 o'clock. But if we make it for 4, she has to be there by 4.
Police! Everybody stay real still!
You're all under arrest. Oh, Frank, what are you promoting now, one-on-one? Let's go.
Case number 18018, People v. Frank Beasley, Mona Thoreau, and Warren Pules. Promoting prostitution, money laundering.
Let's get your plea.
Jake Nemeth, Your Honor, lead counsel. Each defendant pleads not guilty to all charges.
People request $1 million each for Pules and Thoreau, and $4 million for defendant Beasley.
Million? I didn't realize bail was tied to the price of oil.
These defendants are pimps whose only community ties are to the women they exploit. As for defendant Beasley, he's the subject of a murder investigation, and he's a flight risk with access to family money.
Your Honor, I'm Edgar Beasley, and I can tell you my son isn't getting a dime. As far as I'm concerned, he can rot in jail.
How refreshing. Bail is set per the people's application.
Also ends Frank's prodigal son fantasy.
A murder case might turn out to be a fantasy, too, unless we can prove Madison was trying to expose Frank.
Well, we know he was looking into 7Q's financials, and he made a payment to them of $5,000.
He hired one of their girls.
Part of his detective work?
We need to find that girl.
She's lying. Chanel never told me about Victor. I had no idea.
A prostitute with a drug problem? If that's your best murder evidence, you're in trouble, Mr. Cutter.
It's evidence we can back up.
What have you got? A meth addict to corroborate a cokehead? No, I think we're done here.
That was quick.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to a bake-off between Chanel and Frank.
We better be ready. We need to find Al. How's that coming?
Well, it's not going to be easy. He paid cash. The hotel.
A few months ago, my brother told me he wanted to come back into the family business. He was afraid of asking our father. He wanted me to go with him. I had always admired my brother for starting his own business, for trying to have his own identity. But he was having a hard time.
What happened when you and Frank went to see your father?
Dad was very tough on Frank. Frank had to practically beg for another chance. Finally, Dad said if it was okay with Victor and me, he wouldn't stand in the way.
Thank you. No more questions.
What did your husband Victor say about Frank rejoining the family business?
I wouldn't say that Victor was thrilled, but he didn't object.
So this theory that he was sabotaging my client's return to Madison Beasley is pure speculation, isn't it? Withdrawn. No more questions.
A redirect, Your Honor. Ms. Madison, if you'd known your brother was operating an escort service, would you have welcomed him back with open arms?
No. I couldn't. It's unforgivable.
Get ready. I better prepare a statement for the press.
It's Frank's attorney. They want a meeting. Now.
He wants to plead guilty?
That's right. So what are you prepared to offer?
Well, let me think about it.
No. When we do this now, we forget it.
20 to life?
Good. I'll call the judge now and we'll allocate Monday morning. Let's go.
Mr. Beasley, I don't understand. Your lawyer practically demolished our main witness.
Like I explained to my client, juries are very unpredictable.